Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Thomas, and I have been on a weight loss journey for over a year and a half, and we have been doing really, really well with weekly check-ins, weekly videos. Life is going great. The channel is growing, the subscribers are growing, and with that comes more and more questions from you, the people, the viewers. So this week is a little bit of a fun topic. This is about cravings, right? And this is from one of our subscribers called Jeffrey XD1000. And he wrote, maybe a video on some of the things you did to curb your cravings, or if you finished all your calories early, what did you do to not overeat? Now, Jeffrey, that is a very, very good question. Being on a diet for over a year and a half, you learn a lot about food choices and what you should not be doing, right? I've said it before and I say it again. I think we all know what we should and shouldn't be having or should and shouldn't be doing, but sometimes those old habits die hard and cravings are one of them. So as you guys, or those of you who've watched the channel for a long time, probably know at this point is when I first started, I had two cheat meals, right? I had one on Wednesday and then one on Saturday. And the principle of the cheat meals, like it is to this day, is I can have anything I want as long as it falls within my calorie deficit, right? So my calorie deficit says 2,100 calories, right? That's what I'm shooting for. If I choose not to eat, right, not to have consume a single calorie, drink nothing but water and eat celery throughout the day, right? If at the end of the day I've used 0 calories, I can get a cheat meal, anything I want, up to 2,100 calories, right? Be that a burger, be that tacos, be that Taco Bell, McDonald's, whatever I want, right? And the same thing happened on Saturday. So I had 2 days out of the week where I would eat whatever I want. That was what I told myself in the beginning. I said, you know what? I'm not going to go without fast food because it was an addiction, right? But what I can do is I can make sure I only allow myself to have it those 2 times, twice per week. And I did that for the first few months, admittedly. I couldn't tell you when exactly I stopped. It was probably around maybe May or June of last year. So about 5, maybe 6 months of weight loss. But I learned a lot, of course, about myself during that time. And eventually I was able to cut out that cheat meal on the Wednesday and move only to a Saturday only cheat meal, right? Because the thing is, the key is, as I've always stressed, is everything in moderation. And I'm at a point in my life now where the foods that I cook myself, the foods that I eat myself, and the foods that I make myself, I enjoy just as much. Now, you also asked another question, which is basically, if you consume all your calories early within the day, what do you do to make sure you don't go crazy later on in the day? And that's another interesting question, because again, what I like to do is I like to be very, very structured because I feel like the structure is what kind of keeps me going. If I know that at 8 a.m. I'm going to have my coffee, and I know that at 10 a.m. I'm going to go up and have my water and this and that, right? It gives me that kind of structure that I need. I'm personally a very, very structured person. I just like that. It just keeps me going. But for a while, it took me some time to kind of get my footing right with this. And so now, what I do is, if I do consume calories earlier in the day, again, it happens rarely. But what I do is I get the things that I enjoy, like Diet Coke, flavored waters, Powerade, zero sugar, things that are either zero or very, very low calories. I consume them. Again, right now we're in that hot period, so it's really hard to overhydrate and overdrink. So I like to kind of keep myself full with either water or water flavored beverages, things like that. Because I like the taste, I like the flavor. There's always people out there who say, well, you shouldn't be having those flavor packets to your water. You should just have regular water. But I like some flavor in my life. You know, if that kills me, it kills me, whatever. But the point I'm trying to make here is we're striving to create better versions of ourselves. So if drinking a glass or a bottle of flavored water means you don't have a packet of M&Ms, for example, and put yourself over your calories, I think that's a good way to look at it. right? Cravings, we all get them. The best of us, we all get them, right? And I'm by no means the best of us. But every now and then there's just something on our mind, be that a sweet tooth, be that driving by a taco truck, and you think to yourself, I got a craving. And those cravings are okay, right? Again, everything in moderation. Enjoy yourself, enjoy the things that you eat, enjoy the things that you drink. But just remember, right? If you indulge yourself in the morning, you may have to cut back in the afternoon. And that's life. That's okay, right? If we can do that, we'll be all right. So I hope that answers your question. Like I said, we're all going to get cravings. If you get them, you're only human. There's nothing. There's no shame in it. Just don't beat yourself up about it or be too hard on yourself about it. So I think what we'll do before we dive into the numbers, last week I didn't do a shirt off. I didn't do a physique check. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how that looks. And yeah, let me just put the microphone down. Oh, got the microphone on, by the way. Please let me know if that improves the audio quality. Yeah, it's kind of weird holding a mic. I was doing it for a little bit, and now I'm trying it again. So just let me know. All right, so this is what 150.4 pounds looks like. I had somebody ask last week about the loose skin. This is how it's kind of shaping up. It's still very obviously there. I kind of feel like it's firming up. I feel like it's toning up. Let me know what you think. Again, I still feel like I'm pretty skinny in some places and pretty bloated or big in others. It's just life. There's no perfect physique right now for me. That's just not on the cards. But let's take a look. And me from the other side. Okay, so I hope this is a good physique check for you. I hope you like it. Let me just put the shirt back on, and then let's dive into the numbers. Also, actually, before we dive into the numbers, I'd also like to kind of talk a little bit about cravings. For me, my biggest cravings that I get are ice cream, Coca-Cola, and McDonald's. Those are my three big ones. Those are the ones that I enjoy. I love Diet Coke, Coke Zero. Um, that is my favorite beverage. I couldn't tell you why. I love the flavor. I love the bubbles. I love it when it's ice cold, fresh out of the refrigerator. It's just the greatest. I just love the flavor. That's mine. Right now for ice cream, I really enjoy Halo Top. I think it's called Halo Top. Those are really good. And then McDonald's again. I love McDonald's large fries with a cheeseburger, or in my bigger days, with two cheeseburgers and chicken nuggets. So we all get cravings. It's perfectly natural. It's nothing to be ashamed of, right? Sometimes that's what it's just what you should have, right? Sometimes it's on your mind, and I've said it all from the get go. You know, if you want something, have it. Don't limit yourself. Don't shame yourself or make yourself feel bad because you decided to do it. There's no shame in it whatsoever. I wanted to kind of just share that a minute. Just a little side note. We all get cravings. It's perfectly natural. There's nothing wrong with it. No shame in it. Okay, so for the stats, things have been going very, very well this week. Another week of great growth on the channel. We are now at 85,804 views. I mean, that is mind boggling. It's crazy to me that so many people, or so many people are viewing the channel, viewing the videos, and that we're growing the way that we are. Makes me very happy, very proud to see. Watch hours are also just kind of going up and up and up. They're growing leaps and bounds. We are now at 5,234.6 watch hours, well above the monetization threshold. Again, this is just makes me so happy to see. I can't believe it myself. It's really exciting. And then we grew our subscribers from 1,529 last week to 1,590 this week, which puts us a little bit over the town of Clinton, Louisiana. So I'll put a picture of Clinton, Louisiana here. It's funny because what I wanted to do initially when I came up with the subscribers and the town comparisons, the towns, I started doing this when I was I don't know, 12, 1300 subscribers, right? And so I type in these towns, and I could find these lists on, like, say, Wikipedia, on on list of cities in state by population, right? I'd find them, no problem. I'd find these towns that had roughly the same um, uh, in the population as I had subscribers, but they're so small I couldn't find any pictures of them. Now I'm starting to get to towns where I can actually find pictures of them. So I think that's pretty cool that as I'm growing, the places that I'm being compared to are becoming more and more known, which is a neat little thing. Just a little side note there. And also, for those of you wondering, I am 29 years old and 5'8" tall. My name is Thomas. I've been on a weight loss journey. Now I'm on a weight maintenance journey. I'm not perfect. I've got a lot to learn, and I've got a long ways to go. But with all of your help and support, which you guys see right here is growing, we are hopefully building a great community of folks that are just trying to make the world a better place. So, with that being said, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Look after yourselves. Have a great week ahead. Take care, and goodbye for now. Alrighty, bye bye.